Hi, everybody. Welcome to Inspiring Adventures with Ms. Meliz. I'm Melissa Reyes, and tonight I have the pleasure of introducing you to my friend Maria Humphreys. She's coming to us live from Agoura, California, and she is a personal trainer and a meditation facilitator of Chakra Dhyana Meditation. I can't wait to meet her and introduce her to you. So I'm going to bring her in right now. And here she is. Hi, Maria.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, my gosh. I'm thrilled for you to be here, Maria. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Yes. Okay, well, first let's take care of some logistics. So we are on Facebook and through Be Live, and I want to try to get us over on Bubbler, and I also want to take care of a little feedback that I hear. So if you have Facebook on right now, can you turn the sound off on that? We were talking about that before. Do you have it on anywhere else? You just want to make sure that you don't turn the sound off. Maybe just turn the Facebook off for now. Or just, I don't know.
Facebook Messenger, just sign out of Facebook completely.
Are you hearing it right now? Are you hearing yourself?
I'm hearing you okay.
Okay.
I don't hear an echo on myself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Let me get centered here. Okay. So let's see. Well, welcome to Inspiring Adventures. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You are?
I'm excited to be here. Yes.
Yeah, this is really cool. So I love where your backdrop there. And where are you?
Oh, thank you. I'm in my studio. I'm in my home studio right now. And I got rid of the kids so I can do my interview with you. So I have some time with no interruptions right now. That's great.
Well, why don't you tell us about yourself and what it is that you do? And I'm going to go ahead and do the Facebook sharing, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm going to put you by yourself on here. So Maria Humphreys, everybody.
Hi. Okay. So what do I do? I have been in the last couple of years, I started teaching a meditation that I really, really love. It's called Chakra Dhyana Meditation. And I started doing it many years ago. And I kind of didn't talk about it for a long time because I felt kind of different from everybody else a little bit. And it's taken me a long time to get really comfortable and really confident about it. And I just so enjoy the benefits of it that I can't even tell you. I teach it to my kids. They love it. I just love this meditation. And so I've been teaching in my local area lately. And I also I am a personal trainer also. And it's turning out to be such a great thing because I'm mixing the two a little bit and I'm really trying to just get the message out there to anyone out there listening that we all know we are so many different layers to who we are. Mm-hmm. And for me, just the meditation and the personal training, they are both who I am. And I am really loving really diving deep into both of those parts of my gifts that I have, that I can share with people. And it's been a really exciting last couple of years. We've had some medical issues in our family. Mm-hmm. I myself had my knees replaced last year. So that has been kind of a challenge. Both knees. Yeah. I had both knees. They'd been locking up on me and I had all sorts of surgeries and injections and all sorts of stuff for about 10 years. And finally, one of them gave out really bad and it became kind of urgent that I do something about it. Mm. I was trying to wait as long as I could, but it wasn't working anymore. So I have become a personal trainer at the same time because I really see people going to physical therapy sometimes and not really sticking with it. And so I really want to help those people and everybody. I want to help people to avoid any injuries and get strong. And the meditation has really made me focus in on what I'm here for. And I just really have just such an overwhelming feeling and conviction. I just know that I'm here to help people any way I can. And
So
I love it. I love it.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you first learn the Chakra Dhyana meditation?
I started doing it about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. So you're really comfortable in the practice of it.
Yes. And the reason I started doing it was because after I had my second baby, I had pretty severe postpartum depression. And so I was on medication and stuff, and I was really seeking a way to get off of the medication and be in a better place. And so that really helped me. It so helped me. It changed everything. It definitely changed everything. And it was, it's been a lifesaver.
How did you first hear about it?
Through the Parks and Rec department, actually, in our area. They had a woman that I just love. Her name is Alina Shalev, and she's such an inspiration to me. And she was teaching at the local community center, a regular Wednesday morning class, so I could do it while my kids are at school. And I started doing the meditation class with her. And then I started going to a Tuesday night meditation that she would do in a neighboring city. And I just really fell in love with it. Yeah.
So what made you want to be certified in that, and how did you go about doing that? How did you learn to become a facilitator?
Well, I went to a long workshop with Alina, and earned a certificate as a blessing giver, it's called. And it's from the Oneness University, which is a place in India. But I earned the certificate here in the States. And it's just, it's great. I've been helping facilitate the meditation for a number of years for my friends and for, some family members, and actually my daughter's Girl Scout troop in our living room. We get together, and I would have them, or I was in a mall, and we would have parents and the kids come sometimes. And I think the kids really enjoy it, especially when they're younger. I'm actually going to work with the Girl Scout troop in a few days to do a meditation for them. They're earning a badge on creating a stress-free environment, and it's going to be part of their badge. And I'm going to teach them the Chakra Dhyana meditation.
That's so
And
cool.
I'm telling you, yeah.
That's so neat. So what were you going to say? And you're telling me?
I was just going to say that the meditation, there are so many beautiful ways to meditate. And what really struck me with this particular meditation is that it's actually a sound that you make. It's a chanting meditation. How crazy is that?
Well,
but it's
that's what I was going to just ask you. You read my mind. I was going to say, what makes Chakra Dhyana meditation different than, just meditating on your own? And you answered the question because, it's chanting. So is it something you can demonstrate or describe?
I can describe it. The meditation itself is based on the chakras, and the chakras are energy centers that are in your body. There are lots and lots of them, but this particular meditation focuses on the 7 chakras that are in your physical body. So they have locations on your body, from the root chakra up through the crown chakra at the top of your head. And each chakra energy center, it's energy that's like churning all the time, like a wheel. And energy is coming in and energy is going out all of the time throughout your whole life. Each of these chakras has a particular vibration that activates it. So what the chanting does is the sound itself that you make with your own voice activates that energy and wakes it up. And the way that people have figured out how to do this meditation is through thousands of years in India. The monks in India have worked really hard meditating and studying and figuring out what these sounds are. And so it's a kind of a common practice in India, and there are different variations of this meditation. Like in this meditation, the first 5 chakras, for instance, the sound that you make, the first one sound that we make is called long. It's with an L. It's Lang. Okay. And what happens is NG, that NG part of the word is where the power is of that word. So it's kind of like when you say the word sing, it's that NG part. And when you say the chant, you say long, and you stay on that NG part of the word. That's where the vibration is. And it's really amazing.
I heard that in my headphones, and I felt that.
It's amazing. And that was like a little short one.
Yeah.
But it's so, so cool when everyone in my class or in a group anywhere, the beauty of it is that everyone knows what sound to make. So you don't feel out of place. You don't feel like you don't know what to do. When I take people through the meditation, I tell them exactly what sound to make on each of those chakra locations. You have your eyes closed and you do the chant. And the sound of everyone's voice together is so, so powerful. It's really amazing. It's really amazing.
It sounds so neat. So have you ever had the opportunity to go to India and practice?
No,
not yet?
I have not. No, I have not yet.
Do you think you'd like to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be amazing. But I have to say, one of the beautiful things that I find about the meditation, and I enjoy it for myself, and I love being a teacher of it, is to be an example of you don't have to go to India in order to enjoy the benefits of it. And anyone can enjoy it, and anyone can absolutely make the best use of the beautiful tool that the monks have figured out, that any human, at first, like when I was a little girl, I remember my brothers and I, sometimes we would make fun of like Hare Krishna people, right? Because they'd be like, Hare Hare, and it just seemed funny to us at the time. And so it's so crazy that now I'm doing it and I'm actually teaching it. And I have just, it's so, so great. I liken it to the sound that we make when we're doing the meditation. Completely, your whole entire being is focused on that sound. So everything else goes away. And it's just amazing.
Because what's challenging about meditation is sometimes your mind wanders and it's hard to get it back, and that feels like, why am I spending time sitting here thinking about my to-do list?
Right.
You have to bring it back to center. Or I've heard a tip is to just think of the word thinking, to remind yourself thinking, or whatever. But if you are doing the chanting, it would be hard to think about anything and just to be.
It really is. Right. It really is. The vibration of your voice just is so crazy. It's just so, so centering. And also I've learned, and I tell people all the time, when you're doing the meditation, even if you do have a thought about what you have to do the next day at work or what you have to get at Costco, watch it go by. The harder you try not to think, then more thoughts are going to come in. If you keep thinking to yourself, I'm not going to think about that, I'm not going to think about that, it's going to keep happening. But if the thoughts come and you just let them go by, then they come less and less. And the more times you do the meditation, obviously, too, the more comfortable you get with it and the more confident you are with it. And I also tell anybody that's in a group, it's such a gift to use your voice to make the sound. You're absolutely giving yourself a gift, and you're giving everyone in that room a gift. And that vibration that we're making in that room is actually spreading out beyond those walls. That is the point, too.
Yeah, that's just
it's not just about yourself, it's about everyone else. And it's great.
And that's really how it can be a prayer. And when it's a sound or a vibration, it almost brings it to life. It's almost more tangible than when we think about prayer and how that can be activated in our life. That's
right.
Really neat.
Right. Anytime you're with other people saying the same thing, whether you're saying the Our Father at church and holding hands with everyone, or whether you're at Dodger Stadium doing the 7th inning stretch, you are all yelling together. And it's just such a phenomenal communal experience of being just part of humanity. Yes, a part of whatever group you're in. But ultimately, the group you're in is humanity. And so it's just great. And I think the human body, I think we just naturally, instinctively want to make sound. We want to say, oh, what a cute baby, or what delicious food. And we want to sing a song. We want to sing. Even if we know we don't have a good voice and we're embarrassed and we hold it in and we wait till we're in our car all by ourselves. When you're in this meditation situation, doing this particular meditation, you can let it out. It doesn't matter if you have a good voice or not. It's the vibration of your voice is what is happening.
That sounds good to me. So we were discussing earlier about how your feelings about how you've, blended it or how you've related it to the physical therapy and healing through the physical, the personal training that you do. Do you want to tell me about that?
Yes. Well, the meditation itself, a lot of it, of course, is about being centered, being balanced, being focused. And a lot of that is part of exercise also, of course. And I did a workshop a couple of months ago where we called it Strong Body, Strong Soul. And I had a partner doing the workshop. We did it together, and we went.
Oh, I lost you. Keep talking.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Keep talking.
Okay. So we went through each of the chakras, and we went ahead and did exercises that honed in on those chakras. And then we did the meditation too. But simple things like doing a squat or doing lunges or breathing or doing abdominal work. There are different chakras. The third chakra is at our solar plexus. It's right above our belly button, behind our belly button kind of. So it's your abdominal muscles. And that is the chakra that focuses on activity, on action and movement. So a lot of it is about strength and centering.
I'm laughing. You're going to find this funny because when I was doing the yoga class a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if I told you this, but I found an ab. I have one. I felt that chakra.
It's there. It's there. It's there.
I know because it was sore the next day.
Yes.
I don't claim to have abs, but I know there's something there.
No, I tell my clients all the time, it doesn't matter how much padding is on you too. You're still a skeleton and you have those energy centers. You have bones, you have muscles, you have energy centers. Yes. Awesome.
Well, you're so encouraging. You're so encouraging. You're so open. I'm going to move this, but I really enjoy talking to you about this stuff, and you make me feel so alive. And we're talking about some of the things that you've gotten into lately, and what made you want to teach, and what made you want to do videos, and now, social
Oh my gosh, I love my YouTube videos. They're so fun to make.
Well, tell me.
A while ago, I needed some motivation with eating healthier because I had my surgery, and then I actually lost weight during my surgery time because I got kind of sick. But I needed to get my strength back. And so I wanted to start eating healthier, and I was having a hard time getting back into it. So my kids just think I'm so funny. So they're like, Mom, you need to make a video. You could do a food channel or something.
Right,
so
that's how sharing recipes, right?
Did you see that video that I did? It's called Cooking with Maria. And it's so ridiculous, but it's so fun. I love my Gwyneth Paltrow cookbook. It's awesome. The cookbook's great. And I made a video and I put it on YouTube. And then the kids, we were just talking about, they just love the way I describe the meditation and spirituality in general. And I think it was around the time of the presidential campaign and the election. And there's just so much fear in the world right now that I felt an overwhelming need to communicate, to give people some comfort that there is always good happening. There's always good out there. So I was posting a little bit on Facebook, some positive things kind of, and I got just a little bit of feedback kind of just people were so upset about the state of our country that they did not want to hear anything positive. So some people. So it made me kind of figure out that I needed to veer a little bit away from Facebook. I am on Facebook and I do put stuff on there now, but I needed a better way to communicate. And so I started blogging. I started my website for personal training, and then I was waffling.
I keep losing your audio.
Or whether it should
That's okay.
include meditation, know how the two mixed, if people would appreciate both aspects of me, or if I should try and keep it separate. But it's turning into such a beautiful thing. I've had so much feedback that people are attracted to me as a personal trainer because of that spiritual side. And the same, I think I hope I make people feel comfortable. But I started blogging because I was going through a time, and I still am, it comes and goes, where I would just see little miracles in everyday life. My first couple of blog posts were about being at Disneyland. I'm like, just the miracle of Disneyland. We could be getting our food and we turn around and there's a table ready for us, even though it's packed. Little stuff like that, or dropping something on the ground and somebody being kind and picking it up for us. And oh my gosh, my phone, I would have lost my phone. Or really kind, genuine, beautiful things were happening still. And so I started blogging about them and putting my energies into the blog. And so what I've done is I've written some posts about great things that are happening. You are a gift. I'm a gift. And so are you. Every single one of us is a gift. And I started blogging, and I would post the link on Facebook because then people can have an opportunity to go to the blog or not. I still don't understand all the social media so much. So then my kids are like, Mom, you need to do YouTube. Because when I did the cooking thing, they're like, you're so funny and you can communicate. And I think I'm pretty comfortable on camera. Can you tell?
Yeah.
It's fun. And frankly, it's easier for me to talk and explain things. I'm blogging also, but I've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just, and as I blog or as I make the YouTube videos, it just the messages that I'm getting on the spiritual side become clearer and clearer. And recently I was just thinking about there are so many contradictions in life. And you can be, I am so special, but I am no more special than anyone else.
Right.
And those two statements, if you look at them, they seem like they're at odds with each other, but they're both true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I look at some of my YouTube videos and I laugh because the titles of them, one of them I'm like, just say yes. Because I'm like, say yes to love, say yes to doing things for people, say yes to opportunities that might arise in your life. And then in the next video, I'm like, just say no. I'm like, how much more opposite can you be? But they're both true. And they're both parts of you that you need to be aware of.
Maria says namaste.
So true.
And it's so true.
So high.
Acknowledge
so
that truth.
Yes.
So, Maria,
and
that all makes so much sense to me, and I know why we became friends. I know now why, and it's that. Do you remember that day in science class in school where we learned about magnets and how the magnets, the positive and negative energy, and how the positive energy gravitates towards each other? And,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like I was over here putting out my positive energy and you were over there putting out your positive energy, and we just had to come together.
Yes. I love it.
It's just so true. I mean, if that it just happens.
I love it.
Because in my own way, very similarly was feeling the same things that you're expressing about the world. And I met somebody else, Martha Brett Schneider. I'm looking for her book. It's over here somewhere. But Blooming into Mindfulness, Martha Brett Schneider. And when I interviewed her, she said that her core value was about reducing human suffering through positivity. Because she just felt, and I felt, that's what I do. I want to reduce the suffering in the world by making more positive energy go out. And that's what you're saying, you noticed that there was so much negativity. You wanted to be more positive. And all the people who are being, and I have friends who are doing the positive disruptors. Hi there, everybody from San Diego. There's Melissa from San Diego. Thank you so much for coming to Inspiring Adventures and meet Maria Humphreys. We're getting this really great positive energy out there. And we're talking about how when someone is positive, more positive builds. It's just like that negativity. It also grows. And so we're responsible for bringing more positivity into the world. And when positive people are usually pretty, okay in their own world, but when you start noticing a lot more negativity rise, instead of pointing more negativity out, we need to speak up and be more positive and do more things that are positive. And so and we do band together. We do come together.
We do. And I just think it's so important for our kids too, to just live in a world where their babies are still being born. There are good things happening still. I think that the most important thing that we can do though is be authentic and be aware. I try. Language is such a frustrating thing sometimes because you could have the word good or the word bad or even the word positive and negative. Sometimes things happen and it's hard not to label them, but sometimes like there are so many things in the world right now that are happening that are not the way we would want them, perhaps. But we are going to get past them, and we can't just pretend that things are okay either. It's such an amazing thing too. The meditation for me is so empowering. And there are so many great teachers out there and so much wisdom. And one of the best things that you can do is take a little bit of time to figure out what you should do. And I'm just finding in the world that we're in right now, we're all moving so fast that we don't take time to get in touch with what we should do.
Yeah.
And so people are frantic. They're not thinking about, not even just thinking about the consequences and weighing the pros and cons, all that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about taking a minute and thinking about it, and you will come out stronger and be able to do something to help.
That goes along with, we were talking a little earlier during the pre-show about perseverance, because perseverance came up again and again in the last few days, and it's the theme for this week. I like to come up with a theme for the week in A Year in Bloom, which is my group for life coaching. And Melissa McLaughlin says, have you ever heard the saying, that's why the word if is in the middle of life? So I guess that causes you to pause. Yeah. And so, it's true. There's a time where you have to stop and think you need to have patience. You need to stick with it. And good things do take time, and we can't have everything all at once. And so, it's hard. It's hard to be patient, but it is important. And this goes along with my concept of a year in bloom, where, you can't expect, this is the perfect analogy. At the campus where I work, all the azaleas bloomed recently because we had a lot of rain, and then we had kind of spring, and then it got hot, and they all faded and went limp and died. But for a few days, those plants all thought, hey, it's spring, it's great, let's bloom. And they looked so pretty, but it got too hot for them. It wasn't time, it wasn't ready. And so they all kind of went away, and it was sad. But for those few moments, it was beautiful. But I know those plants would last longer if the time was right. And I'm always looking to nature for those cues. And if you take the time to cultivate things in the right way, it's going to last a lot longer.
Right. And they'll bloom again. They will bloom again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so can you, as, when we try and things don't always work out the first time, we just have to keep trying and keep at it. And acknowledge of the truth of what we can do. Like in terms of exercise, even there are things that I can't do. And I've lived that way for a long time, and now I feel better and I can do more now. I went skiing recently. I was so excited. But it's such a balance of just being aware of who you are and what your gifts are, what your strengths are, and being okay. You're not perfect. A big message that I try to give to people is that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect in what is perfect. That's another word, by the way, what does that even mean? Like for my clients, I'm like, you don't have to be on the cover of a magazine. Right.
You don't have to be the Dalai Lama. You don't have to be the person that goes to every single workshop and read every book that's out there. You don't have to put that pressure on yourself to do that too. Yeah. You can just look in and figure it out. Can I show you something?
Sure.
One of the things I'm talking about and I've used it at some of our workshops, is mandalas. And you know about mandalas.
Oh,
how awesome they are.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I have a mandala I want to show you. This is one of my favorite mandalas.
Oh, it's a
This
tree
is,
of life.
it's a tree, yes, and it's about balance. And this is what I used for representing my workshop that I did that was Strong Body, Strong Soul, because we're balancing the soul with the body. And this mandala was designed by Alina Shalev, one of my mentors for sure. And she is just amazing. But doing the mandalas, by the way, was one of the things that has helped me in recent time to be more confident about stepping into these roles that I'm finding that are calling to me. The personal training, the meditation, being able to help people with those types of things. Doing the mandalas has helped me do that.
That's
just
amazing.
like it's okay to go outside the lines.
Yeah.
I'm not an artist at all, but just, and I shouldn't say that, but coloring is a spiritual thing when you really take the time to focus on it and take the time. And it's really made a difference in my life. I have to say.
To hear that, I have I took a year last year. I spent a year doing a challenge of 100 mandalas, drawing 100 mandalas, and it was really life-changing for me because through that is how I met my best friend, Cindy Harrison, who's my partner now in business. And we have a show called Paint with Heart and that I help her produce. And it's a weekly show. We've had 44 episodes now every week. And that has helped me to grow in my broadcast of this show, Inspiring Adventures. And just as a person and as an artist, where I had started with the mandalas as a challenge to kind of learn about mandalas. I started by coloring them, and then I learned how to draw them, and then I drew 100. And it was such a wonderful experience for me. It just opened me up to different things. And so I had that similar experience. And a lot of the things that we're talking about, it's hard for people to understand, what does that have to do? You know, you're Catholic, you go to church. Why are you searching for these other things? And why do you turn to this, other religion? Or isn't that a cultural thing? Well, I don't know how to explain it. And I don't have an answer for that. All I know is that I've tried it, and I believe that the same God gave that to me as a gift to try, and I did, and it helped me.
Right. Well, one of the things you just said, turn to another religion. One of the things people are misinformed, I guess. I think it's more rare now, but everyone knows, right, that meditation is not a religion.
Right.
Yoga is not a religion.
Mandalas are not a religion.
Yeah. It's so funny because I don't know, over generations, and maybe there are some people who have that in their head, or that fear in their head. It's so not. I always tell in my classes, my meditation classes, the chakra dhyana meditation has absolutely nothing to do with God, or it has everything to do with God.
I've heard you say that before, and I find that very interesting. Isn't that true with everything? Yes. It is. And that the energy is there. Whatever you believe, the energy is there. It's just there. There's energy making your heart beat. There's an electrical current. There are so many great scientists out there. There's such a body of work out there studying the energy, the chakras. It's like another organ. It's a part of your body, and it's not something scary. That's the thing. That's why I'm trying to get a word. I want to make it more accessible. Just the whole idea of spirituality as separate from religion. They aren't the same necessarily. You can be a spiritual person and not believe in God. Tell me how you named your channel on YouTube, Spirituality. Because that's
Yes. Okay. Oh, let's
Oh,
talk about that for a second, because
sure.
Spirituality is the name of my YouTube channel. It has a capital A smack dab in the middle of it. And every time I was typing, trying to set up the YouTube channel, it kept doing this capital A in there. So I just left it, because then I decided that it was supposed to be there. And that's what the station is about. Spirituality for...
Oh, you froze.
Like, I'll find it funny, like with meditation in general, oftentimes I'll be typing letters or proposals and I'm trying to put the word meditation there, and either the word medication comes up or sometimes the word mediation comes up. And I'm from a law background. I worked in the law offices for years. And so I know mediation. It's like, no, we would need less medication and less mediation if we had more meditation. Almost said it. But
less medication and less mediation if you had more meditation.
Yes, definitely. And I also, by the way, and I try not to do this to myself. I try not to put pressure on myself to read everything that's out there.
Yeah.
Because it's just overwhelming. And I think that's what happens to people. I think there's so much positive out there, so many great apps, workshops, teachers, that people are like a deer in the headlights, and so they don't do anything. And so one of my messages is, you don't have to do it all. You just have to look inside and figure it out. Part of that lesson, though, by the way, I have to listen to myself, right? Because I go to the library. Oh, I forgot. It's not right here. I got a stack this big of Gabby Bernstein books, which, by the way, I love her. She's great. I've seen her on YouTube, and I've started reading some of her books. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm sorry, Gabby, but I love you.
We'll have to have Gabby Bernstein on next.
she's amazing. She's great. But I'm reading her book just last night. It's called Spirit Junkie, and it's awesome. But I'm reading the book, and there it was. Mediation. They missed it in the editing.
Oh, how funny.
So I was to like people who are so professional and up there, and it just really was like another little message that it's okay. The other thing that it's just such an important message to not look at other people and think that they are so great that you could never do that or never be that. And that's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned is, because for me, sometimes people look at other people and criticize them. For me, I tend to look at people and think they're great, and I could never do that, and I back off.
Oh, I see.
So in either case, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. You're so special all on your own. And again, there's that thing. It's just, you are so special and unique, but you're the same as everyone else too. You're just as qualified and you're just as special, and you have a different way of saying things or a different way of presenting information that might make some people more comfortable with it, or whatever, or they might take a little piece of what I have to say and go on and then think about it later, and maybe it helps them. I hope it does. That my whole plan, my whole calling, my whole mission is to help people. And if there's something I can say that's going to spark something in somebody out there, that's what I want to do. Whether it's the spirituality or whether it's the exercise. Oh yes, I thought of other stuff. We could do weights, or we could do my little device here that you roll on your legs. Oh yes, this is a roller. This is for rolling. This is
circulation?
Awesome. But kind of, and for helping your muscles so you don't get sore after working out and stuff, and to loosen up your muscles.
Nice.
One of these days, I'm going to get you in here.
I know. I'm going to talk to you about that. So,
so it's great. So but in personal training too, like sometimes the way I describe exercises, I'm concentrating more on my knees, just for me, what works for me. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes when I'm describing certain things, even if somebody is a personal trainer, friends of mine, they're like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Because so everybody has a little bit different way to explain things or to focus on. And it's the same with anything. We all have something to contribute and some little turn on it.
What is next for you? What is it that you want to achieve with all of this that you're doing right now? I
don't have a plan.
Hey,
I'm
awesome.
open to suggestions. I'm blogging more, and I'm starting to do more YouTube videos. I took a break for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm potentially doing some classes in a neighboring city, mm-hmm. for the elementary school. Working with them with meditation, mm-hmm. And also adult classes and stuff. I would like to help people. I'd like to teach people. I'd like to talk about it. I'd like to open a dialogue. I'd like to let people know that they do not have to go to India to enjoy the meditation.
I don't know when to laugh because I love to go to India, but
I would too.
That's a great point. You don't have to go to India to get this type of intense, and not intense in a bad way, immerse yourself in this practice and to become a follower of.
And it's the same thing people always say. Right. It's the same thing. Life will be better when I get that job.
Right.
Life will be better when I make more money. Life will be better when I have enough money to fly to India.
Yeah.
No. Do it now.
Right.
Do it now. Life's not going to be better when, you run that triathlon.
Right. That's
you
it.
Do what you can. You don't have to lose weight to buy some cute clothes to go to the gym. Just do it.
This is my year. This year,
you do it.
Bloom, grow, thrive, and bloom. This is my healthiest, best, and happiest year right now. It's already started, and it's so exciting. So you just make it happen. You can make it happen for you. So I don't know how much time you have, but I do think it would be fun to go over to Bubbler and say hi, because that whole thing didn't work. So
there might be people over there looking?
Well, I think it would be fun to go over there and try it out if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
So that's got to be done on the cell phones. So technology taking a step back just to do new stuff. It's fun. It's kind of like, I guess the kids, I hate to say it, I'm getting old, but the kids like to use the cell phone. So the new technology, everything is on the phone.
Are you there?
So not yet. We got to close this out. So, Rhea, I don't know where she went. She's ahead of me already. Boy, she's so anxious. She goes ready to go.
No, because it just occurred to me then it wasn't on my Facebook right now.
Oh, I did it. I put it over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Are we on right now still?
Oh, yeah, we're still on.
Okay. So here, one more thing. This is what I've been using. By the way, this is what I've been using in my meditation classes lately. And look, this. See this mirror? Isn't it pretty? It's kind of like a mandala, but it's a mirror. And so we've been using it in the center of the circle doing the meditation, because I want to remind people that everything that is beautiful out there in the world is a reflection of themselves. And you can look in the mirror and you can see everything is so beautiful, and everybody out there, you're exchanging energy all the time, but you're reflecting to other people and you're lifting everybody else up too. And so I I just love the idea. I love, one of my things is I'm spreading my net wider because I want to meet more people. Now, I have a history, by the way, in my life. I usually get myself into trouble. I used to be in the concert business. And so I always want to bring everybody backstage to the special hospitality room and stuff. And you can't. And sometimes in my life, I'll over invite people a little bit. And then I never, because I want to say yes. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. But sometimes I've had issues where I've had to tell somebody, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this person was having a hard time and needed my attention more. And like that awkward situation. But with spirituality, it's like we're all backstage already.
Yeah.
We just don't know it.
Right.
We just don't know it. We're all here. I cannot over invite. It's not possible. I can invite everyone. And I don't have to, everyone is invited. Everyone is invited. There's no doorman kicking anybody out. There's plenty of space. There's plenty of space.
Yeah, the more the merrier. That's what Cynthia and I always say on Paint with Heart. The more the merrier. Bring all your friends.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Oh,
we are all
wonderful. That's so wonderful.
Yes. So,
well, do you have anything else? How can somebody get in touch with you? Would they go to mariahumphreys.com?
Yeah, probably through my website is the best way to do it. My website, mariahumphreys.com, and Humphreys is EYS at the end. And I have a blog. I have there. I'm teaching at a great place right now in Westlake Village, California, that I'm teaching a balance and strength class and a meditation class, and they're each 40 minutes. And they're one right after another, which flows great if anybody has time to do both classes. That's great, but people have the option to do one or the other. And by the way, just because I do the meditation, just so we're all clear, doesn't mean that I think everybody has to do this meditation. There are so many different ways of doing it. My husband, for instance, doesn't do this meditation, and that's okay with me. It's always okay to be honest about what resonates with you. People can come to one of my classes and try it and never do it again. That's okay. That's okay. Or maybe they'll try it in 5 years again. I don't know. Or maybe they'll get hooked. I don't know. And it's all good. It's okay. So
she'll still love you in the morning.
Definitely. Definitely. By the way, but it is one of those things too, where once you do it, and I think we were talking about this the other day, sometimes when you don't do something for a long time and then you try it again, and you're like, oh, I forgot how good it was. Why don't I do this more often? And so
I remember now.
Same thing with the meditation. It's the same thing with the meditation. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so good at this. I need to do it more often.
Well,
so it's great. It's great.
It is good to feel good. It is good to feel good.
Yeah. And the YouTube, people can also check out the Spirituality for All on my YouTube channel, because I have a variety of YouTube videos on there. Some of them are kind of funny, like what to do about, the second chakra is your libido. I talk about libido in one of my videos. I talk about, all sorts of stuff.
I got that right, but I didn't make it a link, but it's Spirituality for All.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
yes.
And then,
so they're welcome to go see it. There are examples of the chanting meditation a little bit here and there too, on there. And my dog's in there too, sometimes.
And Maria is also in A Year in Bloom, and she does come in and do some 5-minute videos on Fridays. And it's always a hoot to see where she is and where she'll show up in the rain, in the sunshine. She always has that beautiful smile, and it's so wonderful to see you. And thank you so much for being my friend. And thank you so much for sharing about the Shop Diana and personal training. You're just amazing. And thank you everybody for being here on Be Live TV and on Facebook Live. And I hope you'll join me on my next episode of Inspiring Adventures on April 12th. It's a Wednesday night at 6 p.m. and my guest will be Manna Ko. She's the author of Made for More. She wrote this book, and it's the story, the untold story of courage, hope, and triumph, an autobiographical novel of faith and promise by Manna Ko. And she'll be here on April 12th for Inspiring Adventures, and that will be on the Bubbler Network, the Bubbler Media. I'm getting used to it. It's brand new. So join me there at Bubbler Media, and I look forward to seeing you. And thank you so much, everybody. And we're going to go pop over there now. So Maria, I'm going to close this, and then I will call you or just go see my Facebook on the phone. Okay? You have to be at the phone too. Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
You.
Namaste.
Namaste.